And so now, someone told me that you prayed to find a man like the man you married.
Oh, absolutely. Before I met my husband, I went through one of the most challenging phases in my life. I was a single mom, and I'd never been in that place before, and that really made me stop and take a look back on the journey, and I was like, okay, I've got to change something up here.
Ciara was not always a happily married woman. She had a tumultuous dating history, and the relationships didn't go anywhere. There was 50 Cent, there was Bow Wow, there was Amari Stoudemire, and even Future. And it got so bad that Ciara was crying, asking God for a man. Now, this is not unusual because a lot of women, a woman of any race, wants a good man, but usually they don't get it. But Ciara got lucky. She was able to snag Super Bowl winning quarterback Russell Wilson. And of course, her prayer is synonymous and known worldwide to most women as the Ciara's prayer. Now, Ciara, who is a self-professed Christian, you know, in some of the things that she does, it's obvious that she must be a very lukewarm Christian, because some of the dance moves that she does, a lot of the dancing, twerking, the kind of songs, Instagram posts, it doesn't scream Christianity, but I'll leave that alone for another discussion. I'm only here to talk about somebody's problem with Ciara, and it's not mine. I don't care that she's with Russell Wilson or not, but black women, many on black Twitter, have a problem with Ciara. Now, Ciara posted this particular video in which we cannot play the music. And the video on Twitter says, "Positive affirmation, speaking life into myself, #the girls." And of course, there are some lyrics that say, "This is for the girls that don't need no man. Get your money, sis," things like that, right? But then there's this lady, Mama T, which is on Twitter known as Mamas at Home. She says this: "Angry music, this is for the girls that don't need no man. While standing in your man's house, living in luxury with his money is crazy." And then she also says this: "Angry music, by no means is she broke on her own. But please, let's stop the cap. These women be selling y'all wolf tickets and then going home to their husbands." Can I get a ooh sound effect? Now, I want to deal with this as a core argument because a lot of ladies, and I believe this also, let's just leave Ciara alone. Let's talk politics. A lot of the policies that are geared to help single moms, especially in the urban communities, let's be more niche here. Let's talk about African American communities. The policies that are handed down to them as a voting bloc, it's handed to them by Democratic senators who usually are married. That's the truth. Most of which who would never want their kids going to school with your kids. All right. And the reality is that the women that Ciara is trying to, or who wants to listen to Ciara, they are single moms, just like her. Ciara's not going to be going out there preaching how it is being a good wife. No, she's going to make music for her group. And you want to talk about toxicity because, you know, the manosphere community gets a lot of a bad rap for guys consistently making, you know, content for guys that's toxic and things like that, just that degrade women. And that could be very true for certain people. I won't, you know, argue against that for certain creators. Could be very true. But what would you say for women like Beyonce and women like Ciara, who their lives, even though Beyonce is wildly talented, they have benefited from being with a married or being married to a rich, talented, powerful man, a man who has made their life much easier. And in Ciara's case, a man that took the child of another man and raised it as her own. Yet she'll get on here and sing this poison and telling women to empower yourself. You don't need no man, but you were crying for a man. And that's how hypocritical this all is. And I just want to say something because I want to have a little bit of a social message with my content. And I know that some people can be upset, but let's look at, this whole thing about women empowerment, which I don't have a problem with, but single mom empowerment, which I also don't have a problem with. Okay. And this whole thing with single moms, this social brainwashing, that you don't need a husband, you don't need a man. You can do it all by yourself. Let's look at in any city, any country, what are those top neighborhoods? Like if you looked at Sacramento, in that county or surrounding areas, we would mention places like Granite Bay, Fair Oaks, certain parts of Carmichael, Lincoln, California. Those are areas in which you may never, in Placer County, Rockland, if you want to go to Yolo County, Davis, you're never really going to see in these particular, like the Rolling 20s downtown, you're not going to see single moms there. Those are for rich families. Everybody knows this. Every now and then you might see a single parent here or there. But we know that the schools that have the most funding, we know the neighborhoods that are most safe are primarily with both parents. But we will come back and we'll sell this poison to the community and to women just so that we can basically get a sale or to get a click. And people come after me, well, yeah, man, they'll say, oh, well, O'Shea, you're hating on single moms. How am I hating on single moms when I'm trying to stop women from becoming single moms? Sierra is trying to empower women to become what she was when she cried to get away from that situation. And then you will say that black men are toxic. Black men have toxic programming. Oh, the toxic podcast. You hear all of that stuff, right? But then when these women come up here and they sing this stuff to black women that, in my honest opinion, don't make any sense. It doesn't build any communities for you. It doesn't partner you with a man or a man that could build a community around you or to try to help you out in any kind of possible way, make it easier for you to be a woman. It doesn't do any of that. Then all of a sudden you don't have any problem with that. Because why? Women want to be told that they're super women. They don't care if it's not even true. Women want to believe that they can do anything and that they don't need any help. Let me tell you something. I've learned this the hard way. Took me almost like 37 years to figure this out. Nobody gets to be successful by themselves. I don't know why we're telling women who are one of some of the most vulnerable groups always in the history of mankind that you can do everything by yourself when women are just not made like that. And even for men need help, severely need help. All right. You can't do business or build communities or have safety or do stuff that you need to do without assistance. What's wrong with telling women it's okay to be married? No, because, I don't want to be tied down. I want to be able to do this. And then you end up secretly at nighttime. You come on here saying, oh, we don't need no man. And then you're crying all night. Or then you're praying to God. Or then you're doing whatever. And let me just tell you this. Every woman is not going to be like Sierra. See, Sierra is, number one, very beautiful. Okay. But then number two, she's rich. Most women could even be very beautiful. But how can you even meet Russell Wilson? You can't even be in the same place as somebody like that because a guy like that won't even touch the average person. A lot of these women are just middle-class ladies. So you can't expect to do what she wants, what Sierra's gonna do, but Sierra's being a hypocrite right now. And then you guys come after black men or come after Kevin Samuels for keeping it real, but then you praise Sierra for keeping it fake. Make it make sense. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.